Hey everybody, Shaz here from Customer Journeys AI. This is a sample report that you can generate via CustomerJourneys.ai. You get the snapshot for free. And then if you want the full-fledged report where we basically identify dozens of leaks. A leak is friction points on your website, your customer journey, where you're losing leads and losing revenue. So here's an example for Luminary Insurance. The first stat here, £142,000 a year revenue loss. That's a calculation of all the leaks that have been identified and Luminary Insurance's business input, i.e. we get X amount of visits, our average order value, our lead conversion rate, etc. It takes into account potentially how much you're losing per year. This is an estimation. Payback window means if you were to implement the fixes that we suggest, you could pay back the amount that you're losing within 10 to 12 weeks to cover that loss. Now we move on to the actual leaks that are being identified. So when you run the report, you don't just get the leaks, you also get the fixes. So the first thing that we'll talk about is the leaks. The leaks are friction points on a specific URL which are causing drop-offs, and these are measured proactively. So we are looking at potential friction points on a URL before a lead drops off. In this example, we're saying that the submission, the form submission, call to action needs to increase the contrast and use an action verb. If you were to do this, we would see an estimated uplift of 9 to 12% as a result. The next step is you will receive within the report something known as a fix card. A fix card is an annotated design which you can actually ship directly to your developer. So here you've got the before illustration, the annotated design, and then after the estimated uplift in your lead conversion rate. So you literally would just click on ship to developer and you would get a preview of the fix, which you could then take the code snippet and send directly to your developer for implementation. Obviously, this is an illustration. Each report would use the specific CSS style guide, brand guidelines of your website automatically to generate the previews. If you want to take this a step further and prove the uplift of the new variation versus the original, the control, then we can also set up something known as a split test. Simply put, we would take your current version and your new variation, and you could set up a split test with us here at Customer Journeys, and we would then run side by side a experiment to see if truly the new variation does generate an uplift. And in this example, we're seeing that there is a statistical confidence that we've seen a plus 9% in form submissions. Now, you can get your own snapshot by just clicking the button, and it will give you a snapshot result of your specific business, and it will be at the page URL level. And then you can unlock the full report plus the fixes plus the opportunity to obviously work with us in a sprint format to implement the fixes as a step 2. So please do go ahead and run your free snapshot at CustomerJourneys.ai and see how much revenue, how many leads you're losing currently.